Vipi wase Ndex hapa box to box FPL show na tushafika game week 6. Game week 5 ilikuwa noma. Wase tumeumia hiyo game week 5. So hata kabla tuanze tutapitia hiyo game week 5 tunakuwa vile timu yetu ilifanya, hint Zinchenko. Alafu after hiyo tunaingia kwa assets wa Man U, nataka kuona vile what are we doing with Man United assets moving forward. We have 3 of the most owned players in FPL being United assets na our perform, so kuendelea mbele tunafanya nini, and then tuangalia some informed players, people that you may want to target hapo game week 6 transfers in. Alafu obviously FPL captain, clean sheet odds for game week 6 pia, alafu tuwashow team yetu na pia tumemake transfer mbili. So like, share, subscribe, ama mabeste wako waambie mabeste wako. Box to box, si tuko FPL, KPL, kila kitu, rugby, hakuna tu atufanyi. So wacha nache kuongea mob na tuanze tu sahi. Game week 5 niliwapatia hint ilikuwa Zinchenko. I'm sure by now you know why. 35 points in game week 5 na hata si mchezo. Kuangalia hapo defense mazi points 5, Chilo nalo tupatia 0. By the way, Chilo aliingia kaa sub alafu akula yellow. Yeah. Midfield mtu mwenye alitupatia kitu hapo ilikuwa tu Saka, alitoka na assist kwa game versus Everton, bao ya Trossard. Alafu Watkins pia aliwa assist na Haaland alifunga bao. Those are the only 3 people who gave us points. So yeah, unaweza na palio 35 imetoka. Alafu ukiangalia bench yetu, Estupiñán hata kucheza na vile alichapa Man U. Pickford na manage 3 points, alipata 2 points na pia plus saves. Foster naye alipata assist, akafunga bao, alafu bao ikakataliwa, alafu akakula red card like within minutes. So our plan of having Foster for game week 7 hiyo imekunywa maji tu hivyo, because now he's suspended for 3 games. Kumaanisha game week 6 hayuko na double game week 7 hayuko. So we have to either rethink our plan for that spot on the bench, because saya hatuwezi kana players wabili wameumia kwa bench. We need some room for we need some flexibility hapo kwa bench and good options. Sasa nataka tuingie tuone assets wa Man U. What are we doing with Man United assets? Man United assets in particular that I'm talking about are Rashford, Bruno na Onana. 3 of the most owned players. Onana, I think ndio probably one of the most owned goalkeepers. Alafu Bruno na Rashford are pretty high in terms of ownership. Bruno ameblank 4 games out of 5 yenye amecheza. Rashford naye pia, na hata ile game moja ya kublank ilikuwa game ya Nottingham Forest, ile ilikuwa 2-0 alafu wakarudi wakafunga wakashinda 3-2. So Nottingham Forest ndio ilikuwa the only game yenye ametoka na points. Rashford naye first 2 games he didn't give anything. So the third game ilikuwa ya Nottingham Forest, ilikuwa nataka kumtoa lakini he kind of came through. The thing with Rashford is leading the league with shots in the box. If you look at this graphic right now, Rashford actually is the midfielder who has the highest shots in the box. But I think eye test, I'm sure tuko na fans wengi wa Man U na watch game. Ukiangalia tu Rashford, kuna tu there's like a hiyo fluidity bado ingiani kati yeye na Haaland. Alafu sasa Anthony ayuko juu ya stories zake, Sancho ayuko juu ya stories zake, like hakuna fluidity hapo mbele, and he's coming from our United fans in all our WhatsApp groups, but they box to box WhatsApp groups, link will be in the description. Wanasema Rashford is selfish. When he has a chance to pass, he just wants to take on the shot. Maybe that's why he has a high number of shots, but either way, regardless, he's getting in that position. So nimse hii ni figure wezi ignore. 18 shots inside the box, 6 more than Kulusevski in second place. Alafu wasengine wako tied my 12-11. Unacheki hata Salah mwenyewe ako na 10 ndani ya box, and all these guys have higher returns total than Rashford. So I think for Rashford, and he's playing Burnley in game week 6, you might want to remove him. I definitely am thinking of removing him, but game week 6, Burnley have considered the most goals in the league, so I will at least keep him for 1 week and then make the decision after. if you look at United as a team in terms of goals scored, they are not very potent. In the first 5 games, they've scored 6 goals, and that is not even in the top 10, and that is behind the likes of Brighton, Spurs, Liverpool, even Aston Villa, Newcastle, Brentford, Palace. So United are not prolific in front of goal. So at this moment in time, doubling up on a midfield of United players is setting yourself up for failure. But if you have one like Rashford, I think you should keep him for another week and then see how he performs going forward. At least for the next game week. Just keep him for the next game week, and then you can also keep that transfer, alafu itakusaidia kupata mtu kaa Salah. Tunajua wengi wanataka Salah. Alafu ukiangalia expected goals conceded between game week 1 na 5, United wako na 8.3, and so far they've conceded 14 goals in 6 games. 14 goals in 6 games, I think, ama 5 games. Ukiinclude sasa ile game ya Bayern na Champions League. Game ya Bayern na Champions League, they conceded 4 goals, plus Onana made a mistake. So hizo ni vitu you never want to see in a keeper, especially that one that you might have on FPL. But you always una believe that he'll always come back. But you see, the thing is, sasa yeye hiyo sio shida peke yako nayo. Shida ingine ni pia defense ina change because of injury, because of it could be injury or just form. Wan-Bissaka sasa muumia. Varane najua amerudi, but he might not even play full minutes. You might have to involve Lindelof. The midfield is not tracking runners, so they are conceding shots and goals. So Onana is not someone you want to keep in the near future, for the short-term future. Let's say the next 4 or 5 game weeks, Onana shouldn't. I don't think Onana is someone you want to keep in your squad, because there is so much that's going on with the United defense that compromises his ability actually to perform. Na tukiangalia hapa total expected points ya goalkeepers, unacheki Ederson, Alisson na Robert Sanchez wako juu, but umse wetu Onana is 5th from bottom, and that is also just as a result of the United defense still not looking. We don't know, like, injuries have really hampered the defense and also the midfield. So there's literally 14 other options in terms of goalkeepers that you could choose, who are cheaper, who are getting more saves, and are not conceding as many goals. So hiyo ni kitu moja ya kufikiria. So kuangalia mbele, I think Onana just he needs to go. There's cheaper options and there's more options. But for Rashford, in terms of midfield assets for United, I think Rashford ni mse unaweza keep, na Bruno ni mse bado I don't think he's clicking yet. Hiyo connection yake na Højlund bado haijaingiana. So hiyo do unaweza peleka kwengine. Kuna aseka Foden wametulia tu, and he's 7.5, so he's already 1.4 cheaper than Rashford, for example. So there's much better options out there. Inform players to look out for before game week 6. Before game week 6, I want us to look at 5 players when you're in form. So 2 strikers, 2 midfielders, and 1 defender, not really in form, but is heading towards there. So wacha tuanze na defense. Tutaanza na Trippier. Trippier is going to play Sheffield United away, Burnley at home, West Ham away, Palace at home, and Wolves away. This was the best defense in the league last year. They have only just kept 1 clean sheet recently against Brentford in game week 5. Going forward, I think Newcastle will definitely keep clean sheets. They are becoming more tight. Wanaanza kuleta ile identity walikuwa nayo last season, unacheki. So moving forward, I think Trippier ni msemo mwenye, in terms of defenders, he's one person that you might want to get into your team and invest in that Newcastle squad. Kama uwezi mget, of course there's cheaper options like Botman, but Trippier just bonus point magnet, alafu pia nakupatia 2 option ya set pieces pia. Na so far this season akona 1 shot in the box, ajapata goal ama assist this season. Na pia walicheza game versus AC Milan pale Champions League na alicheza poa. So yeah, I think they're slowly coming back into form as a defense, so wataanza keep a few more clean sheets. Tukiingia pale midfield, two players nataka tuone ni Mo Salah akona 2 goals na 4 assists this season. I think he has gotten points 9 consecutive games going into the end of last season. 15 shots and 8 of those are on target. Shots in the box 10. Expected goals 2.93, expected assists 3.18. Like umse ako tu, he is, and last game he got, alikuwa amegeta assist tatu but ilirudishwa ikakuwa 2, but umse ana perform like he's consistent, and is someone who in the next few weeks tunajaribu sana kuona vile tunaweza muingisha. Ubaya saa bei yake ni lazima uchange cars wanne kumwingisha umse mmoja, so definitely someone we're looking at, and for him now it will be until the end of the season. Juu someone who is performing every week ni mse mwenye unataka kwa squad yako. Blanda tu ni Haaland amemes bei ya kila kitu kwa FPL this season, but we will find a way. After Salah tunaangalia boys wetu anaitwa Mbeumo pia akona bao 4 this season, in 5 appearances, 10 shots na 6 on target and 10 shots in the box, so he's tied with Salah. XG at 3.41. Tony Ayuko, so he's the main man pale Brentford, na fixtures zake si mbaya. Akona home games 2 against Everton na Burnley ndo ameconcede the most goals kwa league. Alafu akona Nottingham Forest away, team yenye hawezi keep clean sheet. Man U away, team yenye pia tumeona so far first 5 game weeks hawezi keep clean sheet, na Chelsea away. That's a tough one, but he looks like in the next 5 game weeks as well akona chances high sana ya kucontribute kwa hii team ya Brentford. Alafu pale mbele kuna 2 players I want us to look at. Kuna msana fly under the radar kabisa, na nilikuwa hata last week nilikuwa nasema nitaongea about it, but sijui ilikuwa time ama nini, nikalenga hiyo story, but akafunga tena, nikasema sasa sahi we can't ignore him anymore. Na huyu ni Odsonne Edouard akona bao 4, akona 20 shots, 9 on target, alafu 19 shots in the box. So hii ni head to head na Eberechi Eze, because to be honest yo team ya Crystal Palace wase wenye wanaza contribute sana ni Edouard ama Eze, unacheki. Alafu XG ya Edouard ni 3.1 na big chances 5 big chances na key passes 5. So pole ever since kina Benteke na ase wote ametoka kwa team, now he's slowly becoming the main man. Imechukua time but he's getting there. Fixture zake akona fixture 2 poa home, the next 3 game weeks akona Fulham na Nottingham Forest, alafu katikati kuna Man U at home. So it's looking like he's a very good asset to have pale mbele in your FPL squad. And then going on to the most informed player in FPL so far this season, even more than Haaland, is Julian Alvarez, the Argentinian World Cup winner, who in my opinion anafaa kuwa anashinda Ballon d'Or. Juu alishinda treble na ameshinda World Cup, but hiyo ni story ya siku ingine. Boys akona bao 2 na assist 5, 16 shots, 6 on target, 11 shots in the box, XG 1.9, expected assists 1.24, big chances 3, big chances created 1, key passes 12. Next 4 game weeks: Nottingham Forest, Wolves away, Arsenal away, Brighton at home, Man U at away. I mean game ni normal, but Man City pia ni team normal, so hakuna hakuna game hizi funga hapo. Anaweza funga hizo game zote, anaweza funga hata bao 2 kwa hizo game zote, anaweza toka na assist 6 na bao 4 in those next 4 games, so the next 5 games. So huni mse yenye most informed player. Pep pia amesema he's looking very undroppable right now, but kitu moja nimegundua na FPL, never trust Pep. So hasn't took some evil, but say to him trust. But what you can see with our eyes ni Alvarez ni umse. So yeah, he's irresistible. He's actually irresistible and I get points. So ni mse mwenye unafaa kuconsider moving forward. Our captain picks for this week are these 5 players. So to be honest, nimeangalia ndio wale sana wataperform poa hii wiki, And also, funny enough, they just happened to be the same people that have been on Fantasy Football Hub with high chances of getting points this week. So obviously Haaland ako pale juu, alafu tunaona kuna 71% chance anaweza funga and a 38% chance anaweza pata brace. So a 95% chance that he'll get a return of any sort. Salah in second anacheza West Ham, alifunga bao versus Lask pale Europa League plus zile assists zake za last week. Kumse ako tu on form. It's just a matter of how many. Alafu Trippier ni number 3 juu clean sheet potential yake iko high, anacheza Sheffield United away. Alafu tuko na Rashford mancheza Burnley. Remember Rashford na Manu that they're not looking like solid defensively, but they're scoring goals. At Bayern they scored 3 goals. They're getting chances. Rashford is the highest, akona highest shots in the box vile tulisema hapo mapema. Alafu Mbeumo obviously is leading the attack in the absence of Tony pale Brentford, and he has been doing it. He's been performing. So yeah, those are our captain picks for this week. And then moving next to clean sheet odds. So clean sheet odds, this just tells us nani akona chances high ya kuget clean sheet, nani akona chances ya kufunga bao mbili. So Man City obviously wako juu. Chances ya clean sheet 58%, chances ya 2 goals or more ni 60%. What's Nottingham Forest at home pale Etihad. In second place ni Newcastle when you're Sheffield away. So that is why nani ako juu sana kwa hiyo list, Trippier. Alafu after hiyo tuko na Brentford wenye wanacheza Everton wametushow yani haiwezi funga bao. So that makes sense having Brentford that high. Crystal Palace are tied in that percentage, and that hapo ndo pali Edo pia anaingilia. So unaona say pia they match with our game week 6 picks that we said of players who are in form. Alafu after hiyo sasa ndo tunaona Brighton, Liverpool wanafuatilia, alafu Arsenal na Chelsea. Arsenal wako na game normal against Spurs, so that's a tough game. So you have to temper expectations and don't put all your gunners in your team in your starting 11 and captains, but someone like Saka has to start. Yeah, and Man United against Burnley away, they also have a high chance of getting scoring twice. So do Brighton. Brighton actually second after Man City. So the thing with Brighton is sasa Desebi roulette imeanza. So hata tujui nani anaanza. But there's some people for sure we know. Mitoma match wanaanza. After that hatujui. But yeah, those are our clean sheet odds for game week 6. So this week kwa timu yetu maze transfer mbili zilibidi. Boy Julian Alvarez ilikuwa ngumu kumwachapo kwa bench, na tunamwona tu ana get points. He's cheaper, he's way cheaper than people like Watkins, na he's scoring points. So worst case scenario, we get him in, he scores for us a few points, alafu tumtoe. At least he gives us like a 0.1 or a 0.2. Na mseka Watkins pia shaanza kushuka. In fact vile tulikuwa tumemtoa alikuwa shafika 7.9. So hiyo tumelose hata 0.1 yenye ingetusaidia kwingine, but ni sawa tu. Eventually tunaona kama nataka kuingisha Salah kwa hii team, lazima gymnastics zifanywe. But yeah, the plan was to do a wild card around game week 10-11 hapo, but because of the free transfers that we had been getting, we were a bit flexible moving forward, just fine-tuning the squad as the season started. So we've made 2 subs, na hizo sub mbili zote zilikuwa free transfer. So until now bado tujakula -4, and our goal for the season was a maximum of 40 transfers. We are at 6 transfers in 6 game weeks, so we're okay. 40 transfers inamaanisha hiyo ni -4 maximum the whole season. Hiyo ni break glass in case of fire, ndio hiyo tutatumia -4, but until then hatutumii. Tunajua watu wengine tuko na each noma ya kuingisha, but unakausha tu. So yeah, Alvarez ameingilia Watkins, alafu juu sasa tumekuwa na Man City players wengi, imebidi tutoe Foden tukaingisha Trossard. So the good thing with Trossard is that tunajua Martinelli is out injured, so Trossard has to start. And he scored, assisted Champions League, scored last week against Everton. ni ule mse mwenye akishona bao moja ikiingia yani yako form. So I think it was an easy one in terms of getting Trossard in, because also pale Arsenal sasa competition ni less. You will not see Smith Rowe ama Reece Nelson starting against Spurs and those games. Even if Trossard plays, he gets 60 minutes, he's bound to do something. So to make sub mbili, Trossard on for Foden and Julian Alvarez in for Oli Watkins. Alafu so team yetu ya game week 6 inakaa hivi. Tuko na Pickford pale in goal, anacheza Brentford away. Tuko na Chilwell, Gvardiol na Estupiñán hapo defense. Alafu hiyo defense yetu yote sasa iko home. Hapo midfield tuko na Jota, Mbeumo, Trossard, Rashford na Saka. Alafu mbele ni Alvarez na Erling Haaland. Bench yetu inakaa imechapa, iko tu na ma red card na watu wako injured mazee. We need to do something in the next few weeks. Making these 2 substitutions imetupatia flexibility. Tuko na 2.5 million in the bank, so over the next few weeks we'll see how tutapanga hiyo bench. But yeah, this is our squad. Obviously our captain this week again is none other than Haaland against Nottingham Forest pale home. And that is our show for game week 6. So I hope this week atakula 35 kama last week. Lazima to do better, tuna choice. Jazi nimevaa imetoka East West Fashions, link iko hapo chini pia, wacheki pale IG, wako na shop tao, wanafanya mpaka delivery. Tunafanya World Cup content pia kwa page yetu, enda tu hapo utacheki, hata fantasy ya World Cup tunacheza. Come through wase, box to box ni ya kila mtu, na in case you have your teams, by the way, mkitaka ni rate na AI, tumeni kwa group iko kwa, mnaingia kwa WhatsApp, box to box WhatsApp group, alafu unatuma team na kufanya every Friday ndakuwa nafanya team start. So ukituma kama this week leo tutakuwa nafanya at least team start, alafu tuna post, alafu unaona team yako na AI, alafu pia nakuja recommended transfers. So kwa hayo machache, follow, like, share, subscribe, hizo vitu zote. And yeah, thanks for being part of the crew, being part of the Box to Box family. Box to Box is for the fans and it's by fans. Peace.